Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. This week we are doing something fun. I am taking you behind the scenes of this beautiful venue called Ozari in Nashville, and we are tackling a design project for a client. I am showing you how to use Canva Pro and some of my favorite features and what I do to really kind of up level my mock-ups, my designs, especially when it's a wedding at a venue that is a private home or something that doesn't maybe have a floor plan. So we do a lot of venues, a lot of weddings and venues that are out in the middle of nowhere or in people's private homes or private estates. And so this has been a super helpful tool, and I'm excited to show you how we do it. Well, friends, welcome to Ozari in downtown Nashville. This is a beautiful kind of modern warehouse style blank canvas venue, really. And if you've ever been to Nashville, there's this really cool place called the L&L Market, and that is exactly where the Ozari venue is. It's within this market, which closes down, I want to say, sometimes after 5 or 6, and this venue stays open for clients who book it out. So personally, I'm always looking at the kitchen. I think it's always really important for vendors to take a look at what kind of space they have to work in. So if you're a caterer or cake baker or even florist looking at this venue, this is a great shot of the kitchen to show you exactly what kind of space you will be working with. So as we walk out from the kitchen, you'll see the whole space again here. And it is really pretty big, but I could easily see it draped off or added, some fake hedge walls to kind of section it off a little bit. People typically do both ceremony and reception in here, and fun information, they're getting ready to expand with a patio out where all those cars are. So that'll be blocked off. It'll have a really cool brick wall, and you'll have some outdoor space. And a few fun facts about the Ozari, it includes 175 chairs. They're crossback chairs, which are actually really, really beautiful. And you get the venue from 9 a.m. to midnight, which is awesome. And the space rents out for about $4,500. That is 2021 pricing. So definitely reach out to me if you have any questions about this venue. I would love to send you some more info and put you in contact with the venue people.
Okay, this is embarrassing. I was editing this video and there was like no transition between my site tour of Ozari and this next design mock-up project that I'm going to show you. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll record myself saying something and introduce my next part 2 of this video, which is a tutorial on how to use Canva. So enjoy, and I apologize if you see me this way. Look at this, I'm a disaster. All right, so I want to show you how we turned this photo into this photo, which, if you can see, let me get closer, is kind of basically a mock-up of what one of our clients' ceremonies is going to be like, based off of just a photo that we took during a walkthrough. So let's start from the beginning. And I shared this on Instagram, and I really wanted to kind of do a tutorial for you guys on Canva because it's a graphic design app that we use. You could absolutely use the free version, but I do the Pro for basically one specific feature that I use a lot during this mock-up. So I'm going to show you that in just a second. So first things first is I uploaded the photo that we were going to use. So you can literally go over to upload media, and select where this is coming from. I'm sorry, my Wi-Fi is pretty slow, so things load really slowly, but basically you have kind of Facebook, Google Drive, Instagram, Dropbox, and then your own device. So I like to just make sure that when I am getting ready to do a walkthrough of a new venue, or this is actually someone's backyard, that I make sure to take some photos. I take horizontal and I take vertical photos. I also do little videos so that I can remind myself like how far point A was to point B for maybe ceremony and cocktail and all that stuff. So in this case, I took a photo of the tree because this is going to be where the ceremony space is going to be. And just a note here is we took this photo before leaves obviously came on the tree, and the wedding will have leaves in this tree. So it will look a little bit different, and I will not be showing the design with me drawing leaves on here, so bear with me. But this is where we're starting, okay? So first thing I want to do is I actually want to add chairs in like this. So at first I was looking, so I went to Google and I was doing white folding chairs. And the problem was I was getting angles, and I go to images here, and I was getting angles that were not the right angle. So I was like, oh man, I need like the back of a white folding chair. And literally I just kind of started doing white folding chair, or I think I said back of white folding chair. And I would just kind of scroll down to see, I had found this one initially, and I was like, oh, that's one of those metal ones. That's not the look we're going to go with. But, you know, if need be, I could use that one. And then I landed on this jackpot. And this is perfect because it's actually angled. And what I did is I just clicked on it and I did the right button, or if you're on a Mac, I think it's like 2 fingers on your keypad here. And I just said save image as. So I saved it to my desktop, and I came back over to my photo and I uploaded it here. So let's see if I can find where that original photo is. Yeah, here it is. So I added it to my main image, but look, there's a background to it, right? So sure, I could probably make it smaller and just do a bunch of them side by side, but the planner in me, and I need it to be a little more perfect than that. So what I did is I am using the best tool ever on Canva called, under effects, called background remover. So this will basically make whatever image is at the forefront, so the most focused on part of the image, will become a clear image, and then the rest will disappear. So let's try it. Ta-da! So see, now my chair is just a chair sitting in the lawn, sitting on the lawn. So what I did is I I don't know, I guesstimated what the size of a chair would be here. Oops, sometimes it does that. I don't know why. No, just kidding. Sometimes I have to just redo the effect. I don't know, that's just a glitch. Okay, so we're back. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Control C to copy this one chair, and I'm going to paste another one, right? So I'm going to start putting them side by side in a row. And there's only 20 people at this wedding, so I'm just going to do a row of 4. And then I was like, okay, now I need to add this same chair. Let's zoom in a little bit, sorry. I need to add this same chair, but over on the other side. And the angle isn't going to be this way, right? So I'm just going to pull one chair aside, and I'm going to flip horizontally. Yes, that's correct. Sometimes I have to try it and it goes the wrong way. So now I've got the totally different angle. So I'm going to just add my 4th chair in there again. We'll create a little bit of an aisle in front of the tree. And then I'm going to copy this one and paste it. And then I'll just kind of go into my row again. Look at that. This makes me so happy. Ta-da! Okay. Now, actually, you know what I'm realizing? This one should be the one that's forward. This is where I get obsessive about it, but I'm going to go and position this as forward. See how just this little part here went behind? Now they're all behind each other. Oh, this one should go backwards. There we go. There, I think that looks better. Okay, so then this is the easy part. I literally just highlight a whole row. I do Control C or Command C on a Mac, and I paste it behind. So now I've just literally copied my whole row over. Super easy. Ta-da! Cool, okay. Now, next step. we have some chandeliers to put in the tree. So we are toying with a couple floral designs. So the first thing I want to do is put my chandeliers in the tree. And same concept. These are the chandeliers here. I went on the rental company's website to make sure I was adding the exact thing that we are renting. And fortunately, the rental company website had a white backdrop to their image. So we were in a good situation here to remove the backdrop. Where it gets tricky is where we're going to add the flowers, because I'm going to show you how there's not a white backdrop in the image that I grabbed, and we'll get a little more technical there. So here I'm just going to remove the backdrop again. Great. And then I'll just make it small. We actually ordered 2 sizes of this. So I kind of I copied and pasted, and I just kind of made one a little bit bigger, just to see what it would look like. So same thing with this one. I'm going to remove the backdrop. Beautiful. And then I'm just going to start basically hanging them in my tree. I wish I would just remove it every time, but it's all right. Okay, just for the sake of this example, that we'll leave it at that. Okay, so now we've got some chairs. We've got a little idea of where the chandeliers are going to be. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to present the couple with 2 different floral versions. Number 1 was going to be climbing flowers on the tree, and number 2 was more like 2 separate pieces on the outside to frame them. And I wanted to show them like this is what it could look like. So this gets a little tricky. I basically went to Pinterest. I copied flower examples. I just did a screenshot, and this is one that I took. So see, there's a lot going on in this photo. And when I remove the backdrop, things get a little wonky. Let me show you. So this is what it removed. Okay, but this is where I didn't panic. This is okay. What I did instead, so when you use the background remover, they give you options to erase or restore more pieces of the image. So in this case, I'm going to start by restoring. So they kind of blow it up a little bit. I'm going to zoom out so I can see. And I'm going to go along and try to get the flowers back. It's kind of fun. It's like one of those, do you remember scratching off images? Like it's kind of like a scratcher, or one of those ones where you'd get a picture if you put a certain paint color or water on it and it would pop up with watercolors. Anyway, that's kind of what this was. So I'm literally just going to go, and it's okay if it's not perfect because we can go in and erase some pieces, but I do want to see parts of the tree trunk so I can connect it to the tree that's already there. Okay, let's see if this will be enough here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, actually, let's do this trunk here. Okay, now we actually want to remove this couple, so I'm going to erase, and bye-bye. Sorry. You both look very beautiful on your wedding day. I just need your flowers. There we go. Okay. Now, if I want to get a little more specific, I'm going to go and erase, these edges here. I'm sorry, I don't have a very steady hand. And let's just note that I am not a trained graphic designer. So this is really, for those of you who are just starting and just need to get a good mood board out. Now you can make the brush size even smaller, and this is where you could literally, if you want to go in, I mean, I could probably spend a lot of hours doing this. It's quite enjoyable, but let's just get the point across here. I'm gonna erase your feet. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna smooth out this trunk a little bit down here. All right, so much better. I'm gonna click done. Bam, and like, look how crazy it kind of matches up with the tree we already have. You guys, look at that. I think that's pretty impressive. So you can just adjust the size a little bit, make it fit. You could also change the color. I did play with this earlier. Let's see, it's under adjust. We could brighten it. Does that feel, nothing seems to be happening here. Deepen the contrast maybe a little bit to darken the tree and make the flowers pop. I like that. Something along those lines. Now, since we put the chandeliers in first, I am actually gonna make sure that this goes backwards. So I'm gonna click on position and I'm gonna send backwards. And I think backwards again a couple times. There we go. Now the chandeliers are fully visible. Cool. Okay, let's zoom in and see. Like, not bad, right? And I'm not talking that this is something that the clients are going to print out and frame by any means, but this shows them what it could look like in their exact space. Because we can create mood boards all day with inspiration, but I know a lot of people are really visual, and this helps them understand what it can look like in their space. Now, the last thing I added for them is candles. So again, I went on Google, I found an image with candles, and I added it here. Now, again, the backdrop is a little bit different. So let's see what happens when we remove the backdrop. And the angle, obviously, of this photo is not what it will look like down the aisle, but we're working with what we got. Okay, so not bad. It actually did remove, how funny, there's like this giant nothing. It removed everything, and obviously the backdrop of the candles had color, but I am not going to worry about it. I'm just gonna make it smaller, and pretend like we're gonna line the aisle. Then I'm gonna copy and paste. Oh, I did this again. Hold on, let's try it again. Copy, paste. There we go. Now you just redo it a couple times. And I'm gonna send these down the aisle just to kind of show them, hey, could look cool with candles. There we go. This one, I'm not rotating the angle like I did with the chairs. You totally can. I just think it won't make a huge difference because they're kind of lined up the same, but okay. And I'm realizing I feel like I'm a little off-centered here. My angle may not be perfect, but there we go. Not bad, right? And so just to show you for fun what the second floral option was, this is the one that I presented to the client. And this was option number 2. So I did the same thing with the flowers, and I just found the photo on Pinterest, and I just kind of took the backdrop out, or the background out, and then I just kind of did some erase stuff a little bit throughout there, so it makes it more like a frame for them. And then I just switched it up a bit, added some flowers here at the end just to see what that would look like, give them a different idea. This one has more chandeliers in the tree. This one had less. So overall, by the way, they chose this style, which I am obsessed with, having climbing florals all the way up the tree, some chandeliers, some candles down the aisle. Like, that'll be so, so nice. And there you have it. So I thought this was fun. I shared it on Instagram, and a lot of people really loved seeing the process of how this works. So I thought I would share it here on YouTube so you can get an idea of, how you could maybe level up your design boards for your clients. Now, I'm not going to create their entire wedding like this, but I do think it's nice to show some clients, in a space that they maybe can't envision what it would look like, to show them a little bit what it would be. I think it'll get really tricky if you start doing like draping on stuff or maybe even lights on things. But if you have time and you can get creative with it, this is a really, really great way to do it. This is shocking, but I'm showing my face twice in this video looking like this because I didn't even have an outro. So thank you so much for watching this video, you guys. I am so happy that you tuned in and I hope you learned something new. Please message me in the comments below, leave any feedback you might have or ideas for next videos. If this was helpful, give it a thumbs up. That helps my little channel a lot, and I will catch you next week. Bye.